that you probably haven't read before that need to be on your endless TBR. And if you have read them, let's talk about them because I don't have any IRL friends that have read these books. The first book is Red Rising. I don't know anyone else that's read this book besides me. No, I'm just kidding, guys. But if you haven't read Red Rising, let that be your sign. The first book is Neuromancer by William Gibson. And this is the book that pioneered the cyberpunk genre. I've talked about this book before on my channel, but I feel like I just am going to keep talking about it until I have someone else that has read this book that I can talk about it with. Any book, video game, movie that is of the cyberpunk genre was originally inspired by this book. This book was really the first to show the world a gritty, futuristic, cyberpunk version of Earth. This is essentially a cyber heist story where the main character can wear these goggles that tap into the vision of his crew so he can see what they're seeing while they're pulling off like different parts of the heist. And there's like so many trippy parts in this book. Like there's a part where there's a building that is like a kaleidoscope kind of where all the halls are like the same and the gravity changes, and there is just so much awesome stuff packed into this book. I don't even know how to describe the world that William Gibson builds in here other than insane. Now, I will say this book is not going to be for everybody. This is one of the more challenging books I've read in that it does not hold your hand at all through any of the lingo, the world building. There's some really trippy language and some trippy descriptions that happen in this book. Honestly, the whole book is kind of like a cyber psychedelic fever dream. But if you're okay with it being a little confused and you want a psychedelic cyber heist story where the main antagonist is essentially ChatGPT, then this is the perfect book for you. The next book is Transcendent Kingdom by Yaa Gyasi, and this book is so devastating and beautiful and personal and philosophical. It's such a good story. The story is about a girl whose family are African immigrants and they live in Alabama. So they grew up experiencing racism, and then pretty early on in her life, her brother dies of a heroin overdose. So it's really just her and her mom living together. And she goes on to work in a neuroscience lab at Stanford, where she's getting her PhD in neuroscience. And the core of her thesis is finding the root cause of suffering on a neuroscience level. So she's really trying to study what the cause is for all this suffering that she sees around her, that she grew up with, that she's experiencing.